you once again to the continuation of our lesson. This is where we have stopped in our previous lesson. We want to continue. So let's close. I've asked us to work on the class. If you're not able to do it, then let me display the formula for you to see. So you click here. So you put the class over here, and then ampersand, then UCase. Then you bring dlookup, which is similar to index and match in Excel. So that is how we come by finding or by displaying the class details. Okay. So without much wasting much time, let's click on OK. Okay, let's change the view to layout view. And then make sure you lock it. So, and it should be enabled. So let's select the whole of this and go to let me see. You must also lock the whole of this. Okay. You must also lock it. Ensure to lock the whole of this. So I will change the view to, you see the form that says paper size. You can change the paper size here for your printing purposes. Okay, sometimes you prefer the A4. Reduce the size. So reduce the size. The people's name, you need to increase the size of the people's name. The ID could be reduced. And then the people's name, I've taken a better space. Okay, so that's good. You can increase it. The people's name should take because some people's name are very long. So if that is done, and then you can remove the space. I've taught you how to do those things, so I don't want to waste much time on that. So you will have to we need to ensure that the spaces in between these are a little bit reduced. So I'll leave that one for you to do. Okay. Let me go to design and property sheet. Format, event. So this one is locked. So as you can see, it is enabled. So you have to do it for all of them. It should be enabled. So that you cannot touch it. So the enable should be here. So if all this is said and done, and you have always checked the alignment and the space in between, if all of them has been reduced, then you save your work. Okay, let's select the whole of this and see what will happen, and let's move it to the top. And let's click here to read the space over here. Let me view it and see. Go to home and go to layout view. Okay, so you can still reduce the size if you like, or you can maintain it. If you want to add any special color, you can add, but I don't advise you to do that. So this is a broadsheet, so you don't need any special color because it will be printed. Okay, it will be printed, so you don't need any special color. Okay, so let's change the view to design view once more time. Okay, let's select the whole of the form. Click here to select the whole of the form. Click here. Then you go to, let me see. I didn't select the form all. So this button should enable you to select this button over here. And then you can change the caption. Change the caption to English broadsheet. English broadsheet. To add reports. Yeah, the record source is correct. We want to make it as a pop-up form. So say yes. And the modal, we want it to make it yes. Down. Go to auto center and put it as yes. You see the auto resize, leave it like that. The border size, send it to dialog. And then the scroll bar, you can put it to vertical or neither if you like. It depends on you. So if it's all is done and set and there's nothing to do again, let me see what is left again. There's nothing left again. There's nothing left again. There's nothing left again. Okay. Then save your work and then change. Let's go to home and view it and see. Let's click on report view. So now this is how it will look like. There's a space here. Let me see. Is it a space? Now it's now in what? It's in this view. If this prints, this is how it will look in your print preview side. Okay, so let's click here and go to design view. Okay, so you can close this. I can close this. If there's nothing to be done, you can leave it as it is. Okay, I believe we need not to do anything, but if you want to do any other thing, it's up to you. It's up to you. So let's now open the English form. The English form. Open the English form. Open it in the design view. So right click on it and select design view. Let's reduce the size of this one. This one. Okay, it is in 9. So I'll make it 8. It depends on you. Okay, I'll make it italic. Now I'll add 2 buttons over here. So I'll go to design and look for command button. So this command button, click here. I'm going to draw 2 buttons. So this is the first one. The first one, we're going to go to report operation. Click on report. We want this one to preview the report for us. Okay. Or let's say preview. And click on next. That's what you want. What report is you want to create from the report of English. Click on next. We want a test. So you can type it in caps. Preview report. Click on next. Click on finish. So this will enable us to preview our reports. So select this one. You can bold it. Go to a format. If you want to add any special effects, you can reduce the size to 10. Okay. So we are going to create another button again. So you go to the design view, the design, and click on the button and draw your button again. So this one, you go to report operation. We want this one to print report for us. So click on print report, click on next, click on next. We also want a print report. So write print report in caps. So click on next, click on next. You reduce the size, go to format and change it to 10 and then bold it. Position this one a little bit to the top and then select this one. Increase the size, they should have the same size. Okay. And send this one. So select here and select it. Remove it. Okay, so if you are okay with it, you can reduce the size depending on you. So let's change the view. Go to home, change the view to front view, so that when you click here, it's not working. Let me click here. Okay. Here actually we want it to open the form for us, not so we need to do some changes here. So let's right click here, go to design view, and let's work on it. Let's go to property sheet and let's go to event and let's click here. Actually click here. Yeah, let's make it to open report. Okay. And then let's save. Let's close. Now let's change the view to front view and see what will happen. So if you click here, it's not working. So I have to redo it from the beginning. So I'll delete here and then I'll go to command button. I'll draw a command button here. Then I'll go to report operation and I'll click on open report. Then next. I'll need a test. So I'll say print preview. You just want to look at what the report will be like. Okay. So click on next. So reduce the size to, go to format, reduce the size to 10 and increase the font size. Position it nicely. You can reduce the size. So let's change the view and see that changes will be affected. So if you click here, it's supposed to work, but I don't know what is working. So I'll check on my size. It's because I've opened this. So I'll close this and say yes. Now I'll close this. Now I'll go to the English form again. If I click here, it's supposed to preview it for me. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. You can reduce the size of this. Okay, so close it. So close this one. Now let's check here. So that's all. That's all. That's all. So save your work and then view your form again and click. Because you have opened it here, it will not open. So you have to close it and save your work. And then when you come to the English form, after you have entered the English records and you save it, you can click here to preview your broadsheet. Okay, you preview your broadsheet. Okay, so that is it. So in our next lesson, we'll be looking at how to duplicate the form we have created for all the subjects. That's why I was asking you to relax, because we'll be adding these buttons to it. That's why I asked you to relax. So if you have already done it, it means you have to create this button one after the other, which will be very stressful. So in order to avoid that, in order to speed the development process of the SBA system, we need to put all the information at one place. Then we can do the duplicates. The only thing we need to do is to change the record source and update the student field. So I'll stop over here and we'll continue. Thank you very much for your time. See you in class soon. Save your work before you close. So close. Ensure to save your work. So already saved, so I'll stop here.
Please subscribe to this channel, like, comment. You can even share so that others can also benefit from this course.